getting word from the chat. It is just pronounced ZanT. So everybody's favorite bad guy from Twilight Princess.
Oh, that's who that is. I thought I recognized that name.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay, got it. Okay. So Min Min, again, this is a tale of threes, right? We got the three different weapons, the gloves, the arms rather that Min Min can equip. Got the Ram, got the Dragon, got the Megawatt. Then you got the three Pokemon, Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. So let's jump into it. Out the gate, he knows that ZanT wants to get in there and try to get some combo damage started against the edge of the stage.
Yes, sir. So here we go. And again, like you predicted, Aussie, Squirtle might be the best bet here in getting in on Min Min, just because of the speed of the character. But again, you don't really see, especially in these Wi-Fi brackets, you don't see a lot of Squirtle. But we don't see a lot of Pokemon Trainer in general as his first stock, as Thales comes out strong in that first stock using the Megawatt to end that stock from ZanT.
Yeah, I mean, the second he knocked him off stage, his stock was gone. That's how strong this character can be, because such long range of those jab / tilts and smash attacks that Min Min has at her disposal allow her to not only catch you on the ledge if you want to hold on to the ledge, but safely go for ledge options without being able to get punished because she's so far away from it. So it's very difficult to deal with, especially when you're playing a character like Charizard. What can Charizard do in this situation? I don't know. I think you might want to go back to Squirtle or Ivysaur at this point, because I mean, I get it. If Charizard gets in, ZanT can guarantee a kill, but you saw that setup right down the edge of the stage. Catches him with another one of those arms. He's got the Megawatt and the Dragon ready to go here.
Hey, you see Thales trying to close space with the up B grounded that essentially functions again like a mega jump, for Min Min to be able to close space if she hasn't already committed to the jump yet. But it's looking like free throws in the gym right now for Thales. He's looking awfully strong right now in these first two stocks.
And that Megawatt is so scary, dude, because it does so much shield damage. Not only does it kill it, it destroyed, vaporized ZanT's shield. Okay. You know what? That'll get you in.
Yeah, listen, when in doubt, Flare Blitz. And, it is Charizard, so you're definitely not out of the woods yet if you're ZanT. But does not matter. I believe that was just the regular Dragon Arm from Thales. So, again, up 2 stocks to 1 right now. Sub 30 on the second stock still, so it is looking awfully difficult right now. No.
All 3 stocks are taken like that. Doesn't matter what the percent was. What a start. What a fantastic start. Because you saw Thales literally was just putting each of their arms on the ledge of the stage, and anytime ZanT was on the ledge, gonna get caught by whether at high percent get knocked off to the side of the stage, or you're just gonna use the simple Ram, which is one of the quickest ones, to just knock him out of his double jump. When you're playing as Squirtle, maybe ZanT thought that he had another jump at his disposal, because at that point when he fell off stage like that, the better option might have been to swap to Ivysaur, try to go for the Vine Whip, but maybe he was at a weird position based on where he was, so maybe swap to Charizard. But regardless, it was too late. Fell to his death, dying at 30%.
Yeah, dare I say, Arm's nice.
It is nice. It is nice. I'll go grab my Arm shirt. Don't test me.
I know you.
I have an Arm. I'll go grab it.
Oh man.
So.
Somewhere Coney heard me say that. He popped up in his chair.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Arms is nice. So we got Min Min being nice in that first game. Thales, that was super brutal. That was dominating. It was very tough. The only time ZanT even got a stock was because of a quick burst option of Flare Blitz, which was like a do or die moment, right? Because if you go for Flare Blitz and they shield that, or you air dodge through it, you can get a big punch, especially Min Min. Because Min Min, if Flare Blitz goes right through her, she can just go for one of her arm swings from a long distance and get a punch on that. So that was a very risky option, and it ended up working. And that's the only way they got a stock. Gotta get a new game plan here for ZanT. I mean, I get it. This matchup looks tough, but we're gonna try to close the distance a little bit here with a small battlefield. The 2 platforms, very reminiscent of PS2, but just slightly smaller.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're ZanT, your game plan is going to be, again, like we mentioned, close space as close as you can, and again, being able to jump in, when Min Min's already committed to her arm toss, is going to be huge. And it's, again, Squirtle at those low percents going to be huge in providing quick reliable damage, but at the same time, Squirtle is pretty stubby and pretty light, so you're definitely it's a double-edged sword here if you're ZanT.
Yeah, he's starting to make it work though. He's starting that up be reached. He's playing safer, right? Even though he's playing the aggressor because he has to, right? Because Minmin's gonna obviously be the defender in this matchup. But with Squirtle, because he has such fast speed, he's going in there, he's holding shield, he's waiting for both arms to get thrown, because once they're both thrown, just like that, he's able to land in with a back air. So Squirtle might be the character of choice for trying to get in. Meanwhile, whenever ZanT goes for Charizard, I feel like that's when he starts to struggle. And just as I call it, here we go. He finds himself a disadvantage being as Charizard.
Yeah, unfortunately, Charizard just does not cover space as quickly as as Squirtle does. But again, you have to, I guess, take that risk when you need to get this kill off, especially in the position you are as ZanT. Having a rough time landing right here. Great parry. Does not matter, though. I believe that was an up tilt, or no, I think that was an up smash. Was able to get the stock off. Regardless, Talus up one stock here.
Yeah, I don't think ZanT wanted to dash attack on the ledge, the platform either. I think he wanted to fall off and forward air. That definitely looked like the option, but unfortunately, that misinput's going to cost him that stock dearly. Okay, off stage. Again, Squirtle's putting a little bit of work off stage in this game. ZanT's going to re-grab onto the ledge, gets hit by it, so he gets the re-gets the invulnerability. Lands back down with Charizard. Another reason why ZanT might be going for Charizard at higher percents for himself is because he wants to live longer. Charizard's the heaviest of the three. 110. Oh, that was good placement for ZanT. Because of the way Tally's fell, it was very difficult for Minmin to get back to the stage.
Yeah, Minmin's recovery, it's all right for the most part. It's definitely one of the weaker parts of the character without any resources.
Horizontally.
Wow. Yeah.
Leaves horizontally, she's good. Yeah. Horizontally, she's got like the tether grab. But other than that, like, yeah, it doesn't really go that far. 93% here on ZanT. That was, I feel gross watching that one. Like the megawatt above the platform, dropping it on top of them.
Oh, wait a second.
Oh, hey, if you're gonna get an early stock kill on me, I'm repaying that in kind. ZanT's showing that he's a fighter. That game one meant nothing. We're going back into it. He's learning. He's adapting. Oh, no punish. He was a little bit too low. I mean, you go for a back air at a shield. That's a pretty strong option to go for an opponent trying to get a punish. But, like, Minmin just ducked ever so slightly, so avoided the higher hitbox.
Nice little exchange right there from ZanT. Showing signs of life here in the second game. And a great parry up close. Talus down a percent right now. Definitely not as easy as not a cakewalk as it was, in that first game.
And ZanT's starting to capitalize on these jumps too, whether it's the jump because of like already hitting Talles' shield, or just because he wants to jump in general. But he's doing a fantastic job of just calling that out. So now we're seeing a little bit more grounded game coming up from Talles. But ZanT wants to close out the stock at 81%, already swapping over to Charizard. And again, I think this is when ZanT starts to struggle. Try to get that grab on that down tilt. He's able to jump out of it. Instead, Flare blitzes out of nowhere, catches the jump, 114%. Up B was hoping that he was going to land on the stage. That would have killed. Back air pushes him back off, 123%. Can ZanT get this? Tries to go for a trump. It forces the option. He's playing around him. He's forcing him off stage again and again until finally Talus pushes him to get off, but not before the three-handed claw comes out. Here we go. Up B on the ledge. Not going to be able to get the kill. He's hungry for it. Goes for the dash attack.
Wow.
No zoom in, no nothing. He is gone. That stock is evaporated. ZanT putting up a fight, putting a point on the board. 1-1.
Yeah, that was a totally different game, that second game. And we're finally not going to get to see a 3-0 this time, Aussie. We'll at least get a fourth game out of these guys, which is great. That was a very closely contested second game. And, that early, second stock that ZanT was able to take, huge in being able to mount that comeback. It was looking rough, for him. Talus was just looking really, really strong. But that sometimes that's why you play Charizard, man. Charizard is slow. He's going to take a lot of damage, but a la most heavyweights, you're going to be able to swing your way back into any sort of fight. And that's what we're able to see there in that second game.
Yeah, dude, like you said, such a dominating game number one that like, I was like, okay, here we go. Another 3-0's coming our way, right? ZanT said no. He's putting up a fight. So Tale is coming out with the counter pick for the stage. He's got a little bit of advantage here. He's gonna have to go with the ban. Obviously gonna be sticking with the characters. It looks like we did see that ZanT does have a hero, but I think Minmin's working for this matchup. He just got outplayed in that second game. So I don't foresee ZanT swapping off of Minmin no matter what the score says or what the results of this next game are. But as for the next stage, we're going to be going to Smashville. Very close quarter stage. This is going to allow Tallies to be able to just swing from pretty much anywhere on the stage, and there's nowhere for ZanT to hide.
Yeah, no, that small stage definitely looked like it worked out for ZanT in that last game. It could definitely work out, you know, just as good for Tallies here. So we'll see. Whoever's gonna have control under that center platform, Aussie, is gonna be in prime real estate. No Animal Crossing pun intended.
No, please intend the pun.
Happy Bunny Day, everybody! Enjoy your eggs.
So we saw another opportunity where ZanT shields the down tilt from Min, and Tallies, okay, dives after him out. I mean, obviously, that was the correct option. There wasn't much that ZanT could do in that, and that's the riskiness of going for the flare blitz, right? Is that it puts him into a very bad position if it whiffs.
Yeah, no, 100%. That was, granted, that was much. Not many characters going to be able to punish you like out, you know, that far out. You know, like Min could. So, you know, fortunate for ZanT right there to lose that stock. Still in, arm's reach here. No, again, no pun intended to get the stock off. But Tallies, again, doing such a great job playing to keep away.
ZanT just needs a forward air, a grab, a back air with Charizard. But now, hey, gonna go for the Squirtle because I guess he just doesn't want to deal with the potential juggleness. But gets him with the back air, and that's going to be enough to get the kill. Again, Min didn't even if Min had her double jump at that point, I still don't think she was going to be able to get back.
Yeah, there we go. That up smash to end off that combo. And Squirtle side B's been sniffed out multiple times by the by Min's arms. It's really led to a lot of good damage for Tallies. But here we go. Those Ivysaur at low percent, not a character that I want to be messing with, Austin.
Dude, he got the double, almost got the triple. And we haven't seen too much of Ivysaur in these past games. It's mostly been Squirtle and Charizard, so it was actually refreshing to see Ivysaur come out here because that Razor Leaf, very good option, especially against the likes of Min, because if you connect that projectile, that's going to give you a guaranteed conversion. Up, he had a shield.
Yeah, good stuff there from ZanT. Okay. Oh. Whoa.
I mean, I respect Tallies for wanting to go for that because it worked the first time, but I think ZanT was just a hair closer to the stage, so he was able to recover really quick that time around. And because Tallies went for it, it actually cost him the stock because he gave up stage control in the process.
There we go. We're going to see some more low percent Squirtle stuff, but the Megawatt will buy Tallies and an opportunity to get back to the stage.
Good awareness from Tallies, recognizing that Vine Whip can go through the stage, so he backed up a little bit. Ooh, that Megawatt. So much shield pressure. 142%. Charizard's a big boy. Gonna try to land down on the ground. Flare blitzes again like a degenerate.
There you go. Here's the back throw. Still not enough. Again, the heavyweight of Charizard, man, is enough to buy ZanT, a few more exchanges here in neutral. Looking really solid. Almost getting Tallies to the danger percent, and any sort of extra credit you can afford yourself here is going to be huge. But Tallies able to get the stock off only around 70%. Now 82% on the board here. It's definitely going to have to play this one close to the vest.
And it's not going to give him the opportunity. It lands right down there with the forward air, Divine Whip, the classic Ivysaur coming in clutch with that final stock kill. That's going to put another point for ZanT in this race to 3, 1 game away from qualifying to the regional finals. Tallies, they're close. These games are still close, but they're starting to go more and more into ZanT's favor because that game was even less close than the previous one. That was a JV2 stock.
Do you ever get bothered by how big Ivysaur actually is?
Not really, because it's like the evolution of Bulbasaur. So when I see Bulbasaur, like Bulbasaur's like a little tiny, cute little creature. By the way, favorite Pokemon ever, Bulbasaur. But then when you go to Ivysaur, naturally they're gonna be a little bit bigger. Also, that's a kid. That trainer is like 10 years old.
Ivysaur is like if a Great Bernard and a bag of like mixed greens had a child. Like it's so huge. It like bothers me. But
you find it like at your local farmer's market?
Yeah, pretty much.
Got it. I can see it.
It's just so big. It's like, oh my god.
I give it up.
You know Charizard's only like 4'11"? Did you know that?
That's not true. Don't tell me that.
Charizard's 5'7".
I'm literally googling this right now. There's no way that's true.
No, he's 5'7". Swear to God.
Charizard size. Hold on, can you guys pause the game? I need 5'7".
Yeah.
I thought he was like 10'2".
No, Charizard's only like 4 inches.
I'm taller than Charizard? That doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Let's go into this next game, dude. We got 2-1 lead for ZanT. Going back in, Tallies with the counter pick. Swapping off for a bigger stage. Going for Kalos Pokemon League. Now, this stage, gives him a little bit more room to breathe, but this platforms are already not doing too much for him. Tallies going for the tether grab. I felt like if ZanT would have kept that pressure, there would have been a chance that he could have closed out that stock, but I think he wanted to play more safe and didn't want to give up stage control.
Yeah, you don't want to overextend. I mean, if there's ever a time to overextend, do it early, but I do agree with you. You might as well just play it safe in the beginning phases.
Right. Ooh. Don't see that too often.
No, it's always so awkward to me to see like Min use like down smash and see it look so like small compared to everything else.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Here come my kicks. Okay, ZanT trying to land with that dash attack. It's a very good move for trying to catch someone's landing. And earlier, I think ZanT just really wanted to try out Charizard in that game number 1, and it just looked like he was running into a wall, but he's figuring it out. It's like he's learning the matchup or just learning the tells that Tallies is throwing out, like when they're going to throw out the arms. Because when both arms are thrown, that's the time to make a move.
Yeah, no, 100%. ZanT's definitely gotten better to timing about that on Tallies. And you're seeing him trying to maybe mix up his timing a little bit more, but you're also seeing ZanT adjust by, rolling in behind Min. Or, again, go for the empty hops. But right now, it is all Tallies right now in his first stock, Asti.
Bro, these Nair Megawatts are so difficult for him to deal with. Like, it's so strong, it covers the entirety of Min. Okay, 163. Trying to get back on the stage, on the ledge. What's the play here? That grab went so far.
Oh my
that grab
God.
went so far.
I am baffled. It was absolutely amazing.
That was a fantastic Hydro Pump. Could have led into something bigger, but good recovery from Tallies. Back on the stage. Going back to the arms game. Going back to the ledge play game.
Okay, there we go. Able to create space with back air.
Yeah, and he was able to do that because both arms were thrown. Go, no tech, and be able to get some more damage off of that. That dragon stayed out for a while. That was kind of weird to look at.
Yeah, it was definitely very awkward stuff right there.
120, looking for these ledge options. Look at all these nairs.
Yeah, this is where Min. I was gonna say this is where Min excels, Aussie. Being able to trap you at the ledge like this. This was a bit of what was missing from Tallies' game. Those last couple games. Right now, getting back to the basics here. The up smash though, Charizard relying on his old bread and butter, the up smash out of shield simulator.
Speaking of basics, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now it just lands right on top of him. Over that down air, 140%. This could be ZanT's opportunity, but a big punch gonna send him off and give him a little bit of breathing room.
Yep, but we saw Ivysaur was able to capitalize and get an early stock in that second game. So definitely within reach here for ZanT, especially with Tallies going for some risky options here.
Okay, up B is back onto the ledge, throwing us some active hitboxes to try to catch him. ZanT's been chilling on the ledge for quite some time. Whenever he's off there, 189%, going off super deep, gives up stage control in the process. Can he get back into neutral? He can. For a second, Flare Blitz. What's neutral? What is that? I've never heard of it. No, that was actually a really smart option because in the air, that Flare Blitz, even if that whiffed, it would have been safe. But another Nair coming out from the Megawatt, gonna be able to close out the final stock. Here we go. Speaking of final stocks, 1-1, ZanT versus Tallies. 0% fresh stocks. Here we go.
Yeah, ZanT one stock away from qualifying here, Aussie. So big stakes on the line.
Yeah, look, he's dancing around him, and these down tilts, not letting him breathe. This is how you have to deal with this character. Min can struggle when you're on top of her like that. Like, she does have options to deal with it, but if you guess wrong, you're just gonna get piled on with damage. 113 without taking a single hit. Offstage, catches him with the Razor Leaf, puts him off so far, tries to catch him with the down air, preps up for the up smash after the roll, gets the final stock without taking a single damage. That might as well have been a 0 death. ZanT taking the set 3-1. Gonna qualify for the bracket and move on into the top 16 of the winner's side.
Wow. Yeah, listen, after a dominating first game from Tallies in that first game, Aussie, ZanT righted the ship and absolutely dominated those last 3 games. We saw it, like we said, we saw it from all fields there. You saw it from Charizard, a little bit of Squirtle, a little bit of Ivysaur. A lot of Ivysaur, actually. Ivysaur, coming in like a la relief pitcher in baseball. Only just throwing like 10, 12 pitches and, able to to get the job done when it counted. So excellent stuff there